President Trump got some bad news, after the Ninth Circuit came up with the right call after Trump's ban. The Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals narrowed the scope of President Donald Trump's travel ban, ruling that extended family members such as grandparents are exempt from the ban, as well as a certain class of refugees, while the legality of the ban is under review. The ruling from a three-judge panel changes the status quo, as it allows a group of refugees with contractual commitments from resettlement organizations to come into the country. The ruling will take effect in 5 days, the appeals court specified. As reported by CNN. Finally, something good to hear after the latest events. In case you want further clarification on this is what the Associated Press reported. A federal appeals court on Thursday rejected the Trump administration's limited view of who is allowed into the United States under the president's travel ban, saying grandparents, cousins, and similarly close relations of people in the U.S. should not be prevented from coming to the country. The unanimous ruling from 3 judges on the San Francisco-based Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals also cleared the way for refugees accepted by a resettlement agency to travel here. The decision upheld a ruling by a federal judge in Hawaii who found the administration's view too strict. Stated simply, the government does not offer a persuasive explanation for why a mother-in-law is clearly a bona fide relationship, in the Supreme Court's prior reasoning, but a grandparent, grandchild, aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, or cousin is not, the Ninth Circuit said. The appeals panel wrote that under typical court rules, its ruling would not take effect for at least 52 days. But in this instance, the judges said, many refugees would be gravely imperiled by such a delay, so the decision will take effect in 5 days. Refugees' lives remain in vulnerable limbo during the pendency of the Supreme Court's stay, they wrote. Refugees have only a narrow window of time to complete their travel, as certain security and medical checks expire and must then be reinitiated. The government interpreted such family relations to include immediate family members and in-laws, but not grandparents, cousins, aunts, and uncles. The judge in Hawaii overruled that interpretation, expanding the definition of who can enter the country to the other categories of relatives.